a report that appeared in the Israeli media a couple of weeks ago. A commission set up by the Israeli government called the Nagel Commission warned that Israel must prepare for war with Turkey. Quite an eye-popping report. What is your take on all of this, Kevork? Do you think there's any realistic prospect of Turkey going to war against Israel? And if not, why not?
There is a higher probability for people to watch a serial killer movie on a Vatican TV than seeing Erdogan going to war against Israel. I don't want to say other type of movies. I just said serial killer movies. Okay.
Right.
This is so. During the peak of the genocide against the Palestinians in Gaza, 40% of the war machine of Israel was operated by the fuel coming from Azerbaijan to Turkey and Turkey distributing it to Israel. So they had the leverage over Israel, at least to minimize the damages against the Israelis, against the Palestinians. But they didn't leverage it. They didn't use this. The cards they have vis-a-vis of course Israel and Turkey have different interests in the region, and both of them are competing over influence over the region. But a clash between them means a NATO country is basically fighting the closest ally of the United States. That's logically impossible unless Turkey withdraws from NATO or NATO kicks Turkey out of NATO. I don't see a possibility for that. And one of the articles that I recently read in the Middle East Eye, which is a Qatari affiliated outlet, and this article was written by Recep Soylu. He is very close to the Erdogan regime, close ties to the intelligence, having some information from them. And he says his sources in the Turkish state told him that Erdogan basically told Jolani to tone down with Israel and stay passive vis-a-vis the expansion of the Israeli occupation forces inside Syria, not to pose any threat to the Israeli forces. And the author says that Turkey has no interest in a clash with Israel. In the contrary, they have established the Joint Intelligence Committee, and they are meeting regularly to manage their affairs in Syria. So in this case, I think that Israel and Turkey are in the same bed in Syria, and they're collaborating to divide the slice. They will not disagree at the end over minor details, because the major issue for them was regime change, and they have done it. Secondly, now we will see what is going to happen next. Everybody will secure its interest in the next 3-4 years, because Jolani said elections are, guys, in 4 years from now. So from 4 years from now, Erdogan will strike a deal with Jolani to draw the maritime borders. This means Turkey will have access to Syria's gas fields in the Mediterranean, and this is something that also threatens the Greek interests in the region, and Cyprus as well. And secondly, you will see the Qataris already strike the deal to reconstruct the country and bringing all this investment, and probably also the extending of the gas pipelines to Turkey as well. And the Israelis will end the file of the Golan Heights, and plus having this buffer zone, they already had the Golan Heights, now deep inside Syrian territories.